It's really just an investigation of the relationship between food and food components like vitamins, minerals, botanicals, antioxidants in our food, and genetic expression in the context of health and disease. Genetic analysis is a way to identify kinks in our physiology at the level of gene expression. And when genes are expressed, they manufacture proteins. And those proteins help regulate our biological systems. Depending on the kinks in your genes, those biological systems can either work too fast, they can be sped up abnormally, or they can be inhibited abnormally. So looking at your genes can help to determine your risk of developing a wide array of chronic health conditions, such as diabetes, autoimmune disease, cancer, and it'll assess what the clinical research has shown us that might be effective in modulating gene expression to help to mitigate those risks. And natural agents can be things like herbs, vitamins, minerals, lifestyle factors. Any of those or a combination of those, there can be evidence of them having an impact on how certain genes get expressed in our body. Nutrigenomics is a field that's always evolving, and it's based on the continual gathering of evidence and research. So we're always learning. I think that the controversy with nutrigenomics has to do with reports of inconsistent findings in the research having to do with the impact of a particular gene mutation on a person's health. For example, a single gene being able to predict whether a person's going to be overweight or obese. We know that genes don't work in isolation. Genes work in synergy with other genes so that the function of a whole may compensate for whatever functional inadequacies may be expressed by an isolated gene. Individual genes are part of an enormous communication network that we don't fully understand or appreciate yet. The AI software that I use, it contains a suite of apps that will perform a series of extraordinarily sophisticated analytics on a person's raw genetic data, which they can get access to through direct-to-consumer companies like 23andMe. With the understanding that no single gene mutation has actionable consequences, it identifies significant clusters of genes and the interactions between them. And it estimates gene function and overall network efficiency, synthesizing its results from a wide variety of data, including PubMed, genome-wide associated studies, and other DB-SNP. And there's like a half a dozen more that it will link to. It also identifies complicated causative factors of a person's health concern by combing searches of their genome in the context of evidence-based disease and environmental factors associated with their condition.